Hero maximum.
Welcome back to the Maximum Cricket Podcast. This is the Patreon PowerPlay, the show powered by our Patreons. It's short, it's full of action, and it's episode 8 today. We continue our World Cup push by discussing former World Cup winners. Blind Rankings is back, and can you guess any player, past or present, in just 10 questions? We have Lugsy, we have Jacko here. The number 8, I was looking this number up last night, and I was going to ask you guys to name me a player who wore 8, but I think we can go further. Can you tell me which player wearing 8 has the most international wickets? That might be a hint.
Did Stain wear 8?
He did wear 8. Yep. Yep. That's not the correct answer.
I'm going to go home then.
Wow.
Sure. Wow,
That's not Stain.
No.
I did not know 8 was a heavy hitter in the cricket
Does
world.
Broad wear 8 as well?
He does. So that's your answer. That's your answer. So you got Jadeja, you've got Mitchell Marsh, Muhammad Hafiz.
Oh, Jesus.
There's some big
Eight
names,
names,
like,
Ryan.
quite a few.
So what is this an all cricket, or because surely does Broad's test wickets count? Because he hasn't been 8 for long in test cricket.
Wow, that's a.
Surely Staines got him.
I mean, I've made this up on
Surely
the spot.
Staines
so
got
it's
him
not-
for ODI wickets.
Yeah, I didn't really specify if they had to be wearing the number while they took the wickets.
Right.
Pretty hard
wickets
to
in the number would be quite a
pretty hard
different
to
one.
search that up in
Eight's also
quick info.
getting dangerously high if you've pulled an 8A. That's starting to get sort of
Yeah.
starting to talk at 8.
Or if
Yeah.
like if your mate's talking about, oh, I pulled a 10, most likely an 8.
Yeah. 'Cause, I mean, I don't even know if I've had a mate that's had the audacity to say a 10.
I don't know, Blythe on the street.
Yeah.
Taking a few shots on Blythe tonight, actually.
What's funny
to be fair.
is most guys will just say if it's a blind sort of no one's found out about this, every guy will probably go to that. I think solid 7 or 8.
Yeah.
You know, no matter
Yeah.
what, it's a solid. She's a
You don't want to
solid
overdo it.
7
Eh?
or 8.
You don't want to overdo it.
Yeah, you don't want.
Actually, that sort of I wasn't planning on this segment, but did you guys listen to that
What
Rosillo?
let's all rate bird segment or
No, I was going to turn it back to cricket. So do you remember? Did you guys listen to that Rosillo episode when they were talking about who's a 10, like who's a 10 male, when they're going through like Hemsworth? Do you think there's a perfect 10, like looks wise cricketer? Like,
That's a great question. That's a great
Cummins
question.
would
You
be
should
up
have prepped us for this.
oh, I just thought about it then. I was thinking off the top of my head, like just Paddy Cummins.
Cummins be right there.
Yeah, because I think what makes you a 10 is you are still a mean player. Like you can't be real good looking and absolute dog tucker. Like you've still like it helps the looks if you're good. Obviously there's different strokes for different. But Jay Durnback got a lot of attention for England.
Yeah.
He was he was good looking. He was more of a sleazy good looking than a Pat Cummins, who's quite a classic.
Not a 10, because he's not like
Tall, dark, and handsome.
Yeah, it's just, and he wasn't that good of a player, so he's more
What
of
if
like
you just got dropped for the What if you just been dropped for a big Ashes series for Johnny Bairstow? Can you still be considered a 10? Because Ben Folkes is quite up there.
straight looks?
I think he might have just
pretty close. He'd be pretty close to a
I'll
perfect
tell you
10,
what, I would dare say, I'd say Kohli would be right up there, especially with that Indian public. I mean, I think they'd go pretty hard on him.
Pandya?
I'd imagine.
Yeah,
Pandya's got a bit about him.
He's quite cool.
Our Tim
even
Southey, he's
Jadeja.
pretty close. Jadeja,
I was going to say, who's our best looking?
Southey be up there.
probably Southey.
I like to know they're using it as well. That sort of helps me.
I've heard some stories. We've all heard some Southey yarns.
You heard a few
Southey
rumours about
yarns.
young Tim. So
Young Tim was a menace. Let's put it that way. Right, should we move on? Let's move on to actual segments that we
Good
have
thing no one's paying
prepared.
to listen to this.
just a couple, just a handful of listeners. That's what anything sort of goes. Right, okay. This is something a little different. It's sort of it's the top 10 like cousin, called the last 10. This week it's World Cup winners, but I'm talking T20 and ODIs together. So how this is going to work, I'm going to give you the year and the format, and you've just got to tell me who won. Bonus points if you can tell me who they beat or whatever like that. Anything else you remember. And you obviously got 3 lives. So let's start from the latest. We'll start from the latest and we'll work our way down.
Is this 1v1 or is this?
No, we'll go together.
I think we're a team, are we?
Yeah, we'll go a team. So 2022 T20 World Cup. Keep it simple.
England beat Pakistan.
Easy. 2021 T20 World Cup.
Australia beat us.
No, they did beat us.
They
did.
Bastards.
Yeah.
This is where it starts to hurt. 2019 ODI World Cup.
Oh, England beat us. Drew with us.
It's tough to say out loud. Drew with us. Okay. 2016 T20 World Cup.
West Indies stuff.
This is where it's going to
This is remember the name Brathwaite stuff. This is and they beat England.
There were a couple of West Indies sort of smattered in there.
Yeah, they were. It's quite a few actually. 2015 ODI World Cup.
Ah.
Oh, righto. Australia beating New Zealand.
Okay, tough.
A real crack at us.
Okay, 2014 T20 World Cup. So it starts to get tough.
It does.
Just the Windies again, Crom, you reckon?
There's a Windies. There's a Windies beat. No, surely they can't. Would that make it back to back? Because I just can't allow
that. Yeah, it would make it back to back T20 World Cups, but
surely they didn't. I'll go Pakistan.
Okay, I'll join you.
Maybe that. The correct answer is Sri Lanka beating India.
Yeah.
Wow. Where was
Bangladesh? It was in Bangladesh.
Yeah, it starts to check out.
Yeah. Right. We go back to 2012 T20 World Cup.
We might. Are we back at the Windies this time?
Yeah, I think we might be back at the Windies here.
Yeah, that's the correct answer. The Windies, the two out of 3 World Cups, not bad. Good we era that for the
not
Windies.
Bad at all. About 74%.
2011 ODI World Cup.
Don't get me started. 2011. Are we 2011? Where was it? 2011 sounds like I should be knowing this.
Yeah, 2011. It'll be Aussie. It's Aussie.
Yeah, did Aussie go back to back?
If I tell you, it was in India.
Oh, it'll be India then. Was that the one?
No, it's not India.
That's the correct answer.
No.
It's India.
Shit. Good.
India beating Sri Lanka.
Oh, of course. Sure, yeah, on the show.
Yeah, so Dhoni 6 type stuff. Tendulkar over the shoulders. Okay,
one of the
now
more famous ever, actually.
Yeah, I don't think I could have allowed you guys to miss that one, if I'm honest, but that's all right. 2010 T20 World Cup in the West Indies.
Is this England?
It is England.
Is this another
England beating Australia in the West Indies. Okay. 2009 T20 World Cup in England.
Pakistan.
Is this Pakistan?
They're Pakistan and England.
Fucking pinned it. I don't think I thought that'd be tough. Pakistan beating Sri Lanka.
I just know they've got one of these, and we hadn't had.
Yeah, I think I remember this being. Do you remember when Umar Gul took 6 for against?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is that. I remember him just
Didn't we
rolling
beat
us.
Scotland in like a 9-over game at that World Cup as well?
Oh, and we were in danger too.
Don't we beat
Yeah.
Scotland in a game every World Cup? Don't we have to play Scotland every World Cup? Just dust them up.
Yeah, not the next one.
They got like 100 off. Like they got like 100 off their limited. Like
I'm pretty sure it was like 91
it.
off 9 overs, and Ryder chased it down. He was like 50 off 20 or something.
Sounds
I
like
remember listening to it.
Sounds like
I remember listening to it on the radio, actually, babysitting some kids. It's a weird memory, but
that's an unbelievable memory.
Now we're starting to get into some like
listening on
core
the radio.
memory. This is some like core memory teenage stuff where we start to remember everything. Okay, 2007 T20 World Cup.
Aussie over Sri Lanka in the dark, no lights in the West
It was the T20. I'm saying the
he's
T20
gone-
World Cup.
He's
Oh,
gone T20
T20
here.
World Cup that year as well.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Oh,
Well, these are one day World Cup, but T20, I don't know who won that. We'll go Aussie maybe.
It's the first T20 World Cup. It was in South Africa.
well, it wouldn't be South Africa because they hate a World Cup. I'll go. Was it?
Was it England that just won it?
No, it wouldn't be Sri Lanka.
Got an answer?
Oh, I want to go Sri Lanka, but it can't be. So I'm happy to go off England if you like, Jacko.
Yeah, I'm pretty just my only memory of 07 is that one day World Cup. Like I told you, there was a T20 one, so I'll go England.
It was India beat Pakistan. Yuvraj Yuvraj 6 sixes against Broad type stuff.
Oh yeah,
Launches the IPL the same year. All sorts of stuff.
that's
okay,
a big
obviously
final
you've already pinned the ODI World Cup, so we'll move past that. Talking Adam Gilchrist squash ball and gloves type stuff. Okay, 2003 One Day World Cup in South Africa.
I feel like this is Aussie. Again.
You've dropped the World Cup.
Aussie beat India, Ponting 140 odd.
Yeah.
99 World Cup.
Gibbs, you've dropped the World Cup.
Yeah, it's 99.
I actually watched that final squad.
99 Aussie as well. Then
in England. 99 World Cup.
I think
England.
do Aussie
feels like that's a bit of an Aussie.
do Aussie
era,
go
doesn't
3
it?
in a row?
I think they definitely won 99.
Yeah, did they get
Aussie
3?
do win 3 in a row. They smashed Pakistan in the final. Obviously, they had that famous semi-final. This is now we're getting quite deep here. Considering we're only going to go 10 deep, you've gone.
Yeah, how many are we last 10 or last 40?
Oh, well, we've actually ended up going all the way
96,
through.
I believe Sri Lanka.
Oh, we're just doing a history of World Cups, are we?
The
Well,
96,
you've actually got 1, 2,
96
3,
Sri Lanka
4,
won it on the back.
You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, you got 6 left, and you got 1 life. So we might as well see if we can run the gauntlet. Yeah, 96.
Well, I think 96 Sri Lanka won it on the back of Kalawathatana and Jayasuriya changing the game by smoking it at the top.
That is correct. They beat Australia in the final. 92 World Cup.
That's the famous one in New Zealand, Pakistan one.
Pakistan, they beat England. The final was in Australia, but that's the famous.
Well, of course it was,
innings. 1987. This is if you guys start pinning this.
I think we're going West Indies on the back of their amazing attack.
Feels like sort of West Indies era, doesn't it?
It was Australia. Australia actually won their first World Cup. Yeah.
I was going to say, they're playing in whites at this stage, lest we forget.
Yeah. Yeah, not bad. Righto, let's move on to our next segment, blind rankings. It's back this week. It's simple stuff. Most catches in international cricket by non-keepers. Okay, this is all formats, Test, ODIs, T20s, okay?
Oh, that changes things slightly.
Yeah. Okay, the first person to rank Jacques Callis.
Are we together here, aren't we, again?
Yeah.
Together.
He spent some time at first dog, hasn't he, our Callis?
He's played 9,000 matches. He's got to be high.
I'm giving you the top 5 again. I should probably mention.
Okay.
I've got War at 1 and I've got Callis at 2.
Yeah, I think Callis feels like a 2.
Sorry, man. Give us 5. Give us the 5.
Am I giving you all 5, or am I going to get, or are you going to do it blind?
No, we go one at a time.
Yeah, one at a time. Yeah, one at a time.
We'll go Callis at 2 then.
Callis at 2. Okay, next up, Mihaela Jayawardena.
Yeah. Maybe 4. I don't know. He doesn't scream like.
Yeah, I was going to say
like
go 4.
Top 3.
Yeah,
I'll put him at 4 just in case.
I feel like he'll have. I feel like he'll have more than we think, just based on, again, I think he played 1 million games.
Yeah, and we'll probably grip. If he gripped at 1 to Muralitha, and he might have actually caught fucking heaps.
Yeah, I'm hoping there's a non-gripper somehow. Just someone who's taken 1,000 in the outfield.
Okay, so you got
him at 4. Yeah.
Okay. Ross Taylor.
He feels like the 5 because we just don't play enough tests.
It is. ODIs and T20s as well.
Yeah, you don't have slips in for ages and 1 days. Yeah, I think true. 5 feels right for Ross.
Okay. Ricky Ponting.
He's 1, isn't he, the Don? What do you reckon, Crom?
What do you got? What spaces have you got left? You've got 1 and...
We've only got 1 and
3.
1 and 3. Okay.
Who else could be at 1? Sir Alistair, Steve Waugh,
Mark Waugh.
Ponting, yeah.
Ponting's a pretty big number.
Ponting is a pretty good
if we want to.
Yeah. I like the list.
I don't know about him at 1.
Nah, let's go 3. He wouldn't have gripped much.
Yeah, let's
go
3
cricket.
on Ponting.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So
he might actually be lower in hindsight. Yeah.
So that means your number 1 is Rahul Dravid.
I can live with that.
What's your final list? What's your rankings?
So we've got
final
Dravid
list?
1, Callis 2, Ponting 3, Jayawardena 4, Ross Taylor 5.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay. Do you okay, I'll give you the list.
Please.
And I'll give you the amount of catches as well. Number 1 is Mihaela Jayawardena with 440 catches.
How many of those?
So many games.
He played a lot more games. He played almost 100 more games than Ponting, who was your number 2 at 364 catches. Taylor at
Ponting felt like he would have been
Taylor
high.
at 3. Taylor at 3. 300. He took the most catches per game out of the 5. Callis at 4, Dravid at 5.
Yeah, I never would have put Dravid 1.
Yeah, so of that list, Taylor took the most because he played the least amount of games. Yeah, he's taken 6 catches in every 10 games, which is quite something.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
That's
Not
pretty
bad
handy.
at all.
I suppose in Test cricket you just always have a first dog in too, don't you? Pretty much.
Surprising amount of catches go to first.
Quite odd because quite a handy skill to have. You'd never get picked as just a catcher, would you?
Nah.
Quite something.
Oh, you've got to do other things. Notable names just outside notable names outside the top 5. We've got Fleming at 6, Cole at 7, Graham Smith, Mark Waugh, and then Steve Smith. Sort of running at top 10.
Yeah.
So
sort of be a really good player and fielding the grippers.
I was going to say,
you got to do, isn't it?
Yeah,
good players.
These are all
grippers.
time players, though.
Yeah.
All time. It's time for guess the player. You were tasked with the player, so I'll hand over to you.
Yep. So we're doing 10 guesses again.
Yeah, 10 questions.
Yeah. All right. I've got my player in mind. So, be interesting to see what you guys remember of him. I think he probably, it's sort of in a bit of a changeover era, I thought, but I have some very fond memories of this player. So,
This could be anything. This could be absolutely anything.
Okay. So they sound retired already, Crom. So
Yeah, they are retired.
So we don't have to waste a question there.
I feel like
Where do
it
we want
sounds
to
like it
start?
could be a Kiwi build.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. Should we just go straight off the bat, Kiwi? Just take a punt.
yeah,
Are they a Kiwi?
yeah, it is a
Yeah.
Kiwi. Yeah.
Wow, that's a big
Wow,
time
that's a
play early
great
doors.
first. Yeah.
It's a real narrowing
It's
down.
amazing. He said so little, but gave away so much.
Yeah.
It's a tough when you're trying to
Like
introduce
a
it because you
soul.
don't want to say too much. What's
Beg your
that?
pardon?
Yeah. No, I was going to say let's just solve it, but let's not.
Okay, where do we go from here? Do we want to
we just-
go better bowler?
No, that's yeah,
Or
surely.
What discipline? What discipline were they?
All rounder.
Around
Fuck, that narrows it down
Kiwi
so
round.
quickly.
Yeah.
This is gonna be an all timer. Can I have a stab?
Discipline
Can
feels
I-
a bit broad.
Fuck.
Are you having a stab, Munter?
Oh, do we have a stab? Do we have a
Changeover period.
Oh, nah,
Yeah.
nah, I don't know.
No, go.
Okay,
I don't
I'm
mind it.
going.
We've got
Should
a
we
few
go Chris
We've
Keens?
got a few others.
No.
Oh, hold on. No, there's no way it's Chris Keens. Bit of a changeover period. This is one of our
Not
best
Chris
all-rounders ever.
Okay, it might have been a waste. It
Yeah.
might have been a waste.
Would
Okay,
have
no mind about
introed Kenzie away a wee bit differently too.
Good fudge.
Yeah.
where are we at,
One of
Crom?
the
Do we
great
need to get
fudges,
the
actually.
should we get the years?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think how we break that down
What about should we go
into
like
a question.
should we go post or pre, like post 2000 or like pre 2000? Or did they play? Did they retire?
Yeah, I'm just thinking
or 2010?
well, I think we need.
Did they? Did they?
Yeah, I was going to say we
retire?
need to go a bit later than 2000 because it will
Yeah,
be.
I
It
think
could easily be
2010.
anywhere. Yeah, anywhere from 205 to 215. I reckon.
Did
What
they
Jacko's
retire
age, so.
before? Did they retire before 2010?
No, so they're still playing in 2010.
Okay. Okay. All rounder. So now you're like your Corey Andersons, your Neeshams,
Yeah,
your who else you
he's
got?
retired. Corey
I'm
Corey
thinking
Anderson was the one sticking out to me, but he feels a bit maybe too well known. But
Yeah.
He's got that
What do you-
Canterbury
have you got-
cricket.
Have you got 5 answers? You've asked 5 questions now?
That's 5 questions.
4.
Yeah.
4.
Oh, part of
there's
me
only
thinks
4.
it could be Corey.
Okay.
Corey was the
We
one
had-
that stuck out originally.
Do we have a stab?
Another stab. Yeah, let's lock in a stab at Corey.
Not Corey Anderson.
Yeah, I feel like we've got a bit of a hidden gem here.
Yeah.
Okay, this is
So how
obviously a
quickly
lot
it
harder than I
became
thought.
Yeah,
We've wasted 2 questions on people.
Do we have a stab at going like Ireland? Like who he represented? Try and get
What if you play for
try and
both?
get a wee. Yeah, I know. I was just thinking that. No loyalty these days.
What else we got? What else, how can we narrow this down even further? Did they play?
Well, when he was an all-rounder, do we just go quickly all-rounder pace or spin?
Pace, all-rounder.
Of course, I should have known that with you.
So that's 6. Is that 6 questions?
6. Yeah.
Okay, how can we land
gotta
this? I
It's
think we
actually
need to
not as
narrow down.
easy.
Do we need to narrow down the year?
Yeah, even more. You're probably right.
Should we go?
So he was playing post 2010.
Yeah, post.
Oh, Well, they didn't retire in 2010.
Yeah, they were playing. They were playing post 2010.
They're playing post 2010.
Were they playing post
playing...
2015?
No.
No, so they didn't go to the World Cup. An all-rounder. Horia.
So that
3
rules
questions
out,
to go.
that rules out nation.
Do we want to rule
out.
it into to what
Is it
format?
is it like a Jacob Oram?
Not Jacob Oram.
Is that fuck?
Questions
so where we're at now. 2 questions.
Yeah.
We bottled this.
How do we get it into format? I'm starting to. Can I randomly have a go at solving since you threw out Jake Oram?
I was actually just asking. Yeah, go on.
You can't
ask him, you can take your question back if you need.
No. We'll pin it. We've got 3 questions.
I don't know why you'd go this bloke. I don't know. Can I have a stab at James Franklin?
Oh, it is James Franklin.
That's a good stab.
Fuck, that's a good guess.
Wow.
The big tall left-hander.
Yeah, he underratedly become an unreal stick.
Yeah.
Where he started for the bowling for New Zealand. Like top 6 foot.
He was a serious swing bowler that could hit it a wee bit, and then actually played a few IPL years. Had a pretty good county career.
He just
would
decided
have a good
for
career
Wellington,
nowadays.
I think that he was going to become a genuine bat.
He would be a very good franchise cricketer.
Yeah, that's why I sort of said he was, in that transition era. He was early days IPL, but if he was same skill set now, he'd be, one of your top played players, I reckon.
I think he'd be handy, with the new ball, power play stuff. Bowl a couple up top, and then sort of a middle order hitter.
Yeah.
It was because he had that fucking one big dig against India that he got a contract.
Yeah,
he smoked it against them one series.
I tell you what, surprised me how many all-rounders we had over that time that we couldn't narrow it down quicker than that.
Yeah, I mean, 2010 was a tough time to ask. I think he retired in 2012, maybe. So I didn't play too much after that.
Yeah,
but he was his debut, which I can't quite recall, but I do remember it. Just can't remember all the details because he was one of those guys at a time where anyone that would make their debut, I wrote it in my journal and I was going to write about every game they played, and it would always last about 4 games, and then I'd bin it. So I had this idea in mind. But yeah, Franklin was one of them. I wrote about his debut.
Not a bad idea. Yeah, he's 6 for in Test cricket, 5 from one-day cricket.
Hat trick.
Yeah.
Mm.
He was a
left arm, quite fun.
Left arm.
I think he took
him, Oram, Styrus era of just pretty decent New Zealand all-rounders.
Maybe do I dare say annoyed me that he couldn't bowl a bit quicker, didn't run in there a bit harder.
I think it annoyed most people. I felt like he was real floaty, just sort of placed the ball there.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to touch on, boys?
No, just need probably you guys to not get New Zealand straight away.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good. It sent us on a wee goose chase there. Yeah. We definitely made a meal of it, but we sort of got there in the end.
It's a hell of a pick out from Cromarty out of nowhere.
Yeah, I think yeah, very good.
I was quite happy.
Right, those journals actually, Crom, if we're on that subject.
Is that a Patreon special? They get those get sort of access to those
reading
journals?
from Noel.
I had about 3 pages on McCullum's debut.
Is that when Riggin run him out?
By Richardson.
Yeah. That clip of
Mark
I
talked about his bat.
Mark Richardson having to go through running out McCullum is all time crowd goes wild stuff.
The crowd goes wild. That was very good there for a few years.
Fuck, it was, really was. Okay, let's wrap her up. That's us for another week. PowerPlay 8 is in the books. If you are here on YouTube, chuck us a like and subscribe. And if you want audio only action for when you're out and about, you can check out patreon.com/maximumcricket. Thanks to Jacko and Lugsy as always, and we will catch you all next week.
Yeah, just
Catches.